Alright, folks, welcome to another draft here on MTGO. What do we got here? Shepherd of the Cosmos is a pretty good one. I like that card. Doomscar Titan, also very good. Bloodline Pretender, it's not that great unless you have a very same creature based, like a very synergy based, like you need, I don't know, like 10 or something, elves or like berserkers, whatever it is. So I think I'm gonna go with Shepherd here. Have I tried mono white yet? And not yet, but I have drafted a fair amount of red white and black white. I actually do like black white a fair amount, but the thing about black white is that you need, I feel like you really need the rares, because you need to make up for the lack of power lever in black. So you really need to make sure that, like, you just need to get lucky and open some of the busted rares. But yeah, so I think it's just between these two. Like, this is a bad duel line. I'm gonna go with the Shepherd. I just like it better, so we're gonna go with the Angel. What do we get here? Master Scald is a good one. Fall of the Impostor is a pretty sweet one as well. You put a +1/+1 counter on on 2 different creatures, and then you exile a creature with the greatest powers. So, and opponent controls, of course. So like, Fall of the Impostor is kind of nice. Scald is great in white decks, but I feel like I want to have something else going before I go for Scald. I think I'm gonna go for Fall of the Impostor right now. Honestly, it just feels like it's the best card in the pack. Masked Vandal is definitely main deck worthy, by the way. But I don't think it's better than Fall of the Impostor. Axtguard Braggart, the Dwarf is just kind of okay. Like, it isn't particularly great, honestly. But Fall of the Impostor, I like it. It's just it's like a slow removal spell, but it's like, it just also buffs your creatures. It's overall a fine card. So we're gonna go with Fall of the Impostor. Wow. Oh, okay, so here, second Shepherd is potentially pretty good. Rune of Might actually combos very well with the Shepherd we already have. Struggle is one of my favorite commons in green. It's just very efficient removal. I think it's between one of these three. There's a bunch of green cards in this pack though, which sucks a little bit, because we're gonna be passing some good green cards to my opponent. I think I'm just gonna go with the second Shepherd though. I'd probably pick Struggle over it otherwise. No, I guess I would pick the Rune. For green white, the Rune just seems better. But I think we're gonna pick the Shepherd. Wow, this is a super late pack mate. This is great for us. Definitely picking easy pack mate here. This is the best common in the entire set. So picking it, being able to pick up, I don't know, like 2 uncommons and a rare are missing. So I guess that the 2 uncommons and the rare were better than the pack mate, but like this card is just awesome. Horizon Seeker is also fine, and nothing else that we're particularly interested in, so I'm just gonna pick the pack mate there. What here? Valkyrie is nice. Goldvein pick is nice. I don't think this is looking like a Glittering Frost deck here. I think I'm gonna go with the Flyer. Flyer or pick? I think I'm just gonna go with the Flyer. We probably can pick up the pick later. The dual land is nice too. You put 2/1 counters on creatures, and you give them Vigilance and Lifelink. Actually, am I picking this instead? I guess it's not a dual. I keep saying dual lands when I see these uncommon lands, but it's actually just like an activated ability land. Yeah, I guess I'm picking this up here. What do we got here? Well, this is kind of terrible. We're not going to have enough Snowlands for Faceless Haven. We could play Glitter and Frost, but that's not really what green-white is about. Ugh, yeah, this pack sucks for us. Also, what is this foiling? Because What's the name of the card? What is this foiling? Who thought, oh yeah, white would be great to have as the as the color for the words. Come on, MGO. I guess I'm just gonna rare draft, but like none of those cards are actually exciting to us. Shieldmate or Troll? Faceless Haven, it has no face, that's fair. But now the letters are black. They're not white anymore. That's so random. Maybe I'm gonna pick up a Troll here? No, I'm just gonna, yeah. It's between both of these, obviously, right? Troll just has the bigger upside. And we do have a Haven. Okay, so maybe we can pick up like a couple of duels and the Troll can be okay. Here's an easy gold mode champion. It's, I mean, there are no other green or white cards, so easy there. This is original pack. We will the Veil, which is not terrible. Like, this card actually has surprised me. It's a lot better than it looks like. So here, for example, we can pick the snow-covered plains and potentially make this Troll pretty good. We could also take a Braggart. This card is super medium, in my experience. I think I'm gonna go with the potential upside of playing the Troll. Alright. Sucks passing the Vandal there, but... So here we have between Longbow and Revitalize. This is not even a bad cyber card, it's just unplayable, so I'm just gonna go with Longbow. This is a good cyber card though. Another Revitalize. Run Ashore has been going super late. I think that card is better than 14th pick, you know? Okay, I mean, we have the start of a green and white deck. I'm not excited about it, but all it takes is like a couple more commons and like maybe one rare. I wouldn't be opposed to drawing a good rare. That's a good common. This is also a good common because we have a reasonable amount of white sources, but is this guy worth money? There's no way this guy is worth money, right? What's his name? Alrund, God of the Cosmos. Yeah, it's not worth anything. It's just 70 cents. Yeah, just gonna take a Packmate. Again, I think that Sculptor of Winter would be pretty solid in our deck, but like Packmate is just enough better that I'm gonna pick it. This is an option. If we had more token generators, I would consider a Warhorn Blast, but we might be able to wield this anyway. Probably between this and Horizon Seeker. I guess for curve purposes, nah, there's no way I'm picking this early, right? Just take Horizon Seeker. Not too happy about that one. Okay, so here we find our Braggart. It's not great, but we will probably play it. This guy is a lot better than I originally thought it was. It actually puts a +1/+1 card on any creature. It doesn't need to be on itself. So it's not like it's a 1 mana 2/2. If you make it the second spell, you can actually grow your other stuff. So this guy is a lot better than I originally thought it was. I guess I'm gonna go with Story Seeker or Masked Vandal here for curved purposes. We also want we have double Shepherd, so we want a reasonable amount of true drops so we can get back with Shepherd. So I'm gonna go with Story Seeker here. You want a pack. You want a pack of a Collector's Booster. There we go. Valkyrie. Yeah, just Valkyrie. Another 2-drop or a 6-drop. I feel like for curve purposes, we're gonna need more 2-drops, so Story Seeker is okay. Like, we're gonna need some pump spells. If we find the +4/+4 pump spell, I'm probably gonna play it. If we find the fight spell, I would really like to find the fight spell. Struggle for whatever, can't remember the name. What do we got here? Another Fall of the Imposter. Awesome. Yeah, I'm definitely playing a second copy of this. Definitely playing a second copy of this. Courser. I guess it wouldn't necessarily be great in our deck. The Snowcore Forest is the other card that I'm looking at here, but Fall of the Imposter is just great. Ox is not very good. It's just an okay sideboard card. Goldmo Champion can mess things up for our opponents. I'm not super excited about it. Kind of feeling Guts Hall Guardian, I guess. It's not great either. I guess let's go with Cursor, just because it's a flyer and it combos with our falls, and hopefully we find more enchantments and stuff. But let's go with just having a flyer that we can clock with in the air. Seems interesting. We do have a small flyer sub theme here. We have some angels here. We have the 3/2, so maybe we can push some damage in the air to close out the game after our initial Story Seeker onslaught. Which pick are we at? I totally forgot. Because I think that we already saw our starting pack, so we did not will the green true drop. So that's obviously bad for us. Yeah, we're definitely gonna go with pick over Vandal. Like, Vandal is great, but it feels like we have it. Like, this is exactly the kind of deck that would want pick. So we're gonna pick the pick. Not super into this longboat. Not excited to play it. Shield Mate over Plains or Blast. I'm honestly not sure. I think I think that's the pick. It's close with the Plains. I think I'm definitely picking this over the Blast, but it's close with the Plains. The only synergy we have so far is with the Troll, though. I guess that we could technically play the Faceless Haven if we find enough. But I'm just going to go with the 2-drop. Here, nothing we pick really matters. I'm just going to pick this one because it's an uncommon. And I'm just going to pick this one because whatever. Not going to be playing any of these cards. Not going to be playing any of these cards. Not going to be playing any of these cards. Okay, pack 3. We're not like super happy about this just yet. But if we find like 4 or 5 decent playables, we could be in fine shape. I would definitely like to find a Scald, a Master Scald. That's one of the cards that I'm going to be actively looking for. Oh wow, this pack is atrocious for us. Ugh. This pack is just gross. And I mean that in the worst possible way. Ugh, this pack is awful. So, okay, so Elderleaf Mentor or Second Horizon Seeker? Big yikes. Big yikes. So I guess that we can potentially make a go white plan happen. Seeker is just a better card. Let's just go with the Seeker. Not happy about that at all, though. This is a good one, though. Valkyrie's Ward it's a nice pickup for our deck. Even if it gets destroyed, we can get it back with Shepherd of the Cosmos, and it does trigger. So if we have an easy, what would it need to be, like 4 plus with 9 mana, we get to get this again. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Picking this over Lindworm, over Shimmer Drift Veil. Yep. Third Fall of the Imposter. Okay, that's now it's starting to get nice. Okay, so that's a solid amount of removal now. You would have picked Veil over Valkyrie Sword? Yeah, I don't think I'm there with you. I really like this card. I like this card a lot. I think that the 4/4 Angel is just so insane in this format. Third Fall of the Imposter. There's no way we will this right now. There's no way we will this. Like, if anybody is playing the snow deck, they're gonna take it. So I can't. I was thinking about getting a little bit greedy there and attempt to wheel it, but probably not gonna work. You think you can win the long game with just a 4/4 Angel? I mean, not just a 4/4 Angel. It's precisely like a card that I can use to push through at the very least. I can just push the last few points of damage with the 6/5. Oracle or Snakeskin Veil. Probably Oracle. This seems like a fine Snakeskin Veil deck, though. Yeah, okay. I feel like we can find like a better creature than that. Rune of Might pretty good with gold, with the pick, with the sword, with the Shepherd of the Cosmos. So even if we trade with something in the early game, we can just use Shepherd to get back a rune and just draw another card. The rune sounds great here. We're gonna hope to will this guy, I guess. Maybe this, or maybe this. Probably not gonna will this one. But yeah, definitely rune here. Awful pack for us. I guess I'm gonna take the Story Seeker. I'm not gonna be happy about it. Wow. So I guess at least the six players to my right are not drafting Snow, because this is a super late Avalanche Caller. Warhorn Blast. I think it's gonna be Iron Verdict. We didn't get any of the fight spells, so I guess I'm a little bit more interested in removal than in this. We don't have that many token makers anyway, so I think I'm just gonna go with the removal. Battlefield Raptor really wears the Gold Vein pick pretty well, but with only one pick, I don't think this is gonna be the best Raptor deck. Easy Snowland. Yep. And here, what do we want to... I just want to wreck the Snow player to my left, so we're just going to wreck them right here. I guess that we have... there's actually a good cyber card for us, so let's do that instead. Here, we can actually do this. How many... 1, 2, 3, 4. So I guess we don't really have enough to play Faceless Haven. We definitely have enough to make Ice High Troll not awful, but we probably are not gonna be able to play Faceless Haven. Or we could just play it and just like luck sack it. Seems unnecessary, but ooh, we got the 1-drop back. 1-drop or combat trick? I guess we have 2 combat tricks already, so let's go with the 1-drop, dude. The arena UI on the cyber really does not fit. It really doesn't. Wow. Okay, sweet. We might actually play this. Okay, let's see how our deck looks like. I think we're not gonna be able to play Faceless Haven. I mean, we could turn it on the super late game, but we only have like 4 Snowlands. Yeah, that's not gonna cut it. Let's put this over here. Split the creatures. This is actually a creature. This seems to me like a 16 land deck. Maybe I'm a little bit greedy, but like we have no real way. Like we have 2 pack mates, which are nice to draw cards. But if you really think about it, these are technically like 2/3 drops, and these are 4 drops. So like our curve is actually pretty low overall. We also have the pick, which can yield us some menaces. This guy doesn't combo particularly well with Shepherd, actually. Because this says, when it's relevant, if it was a second spell, you cast this turn. So it's just a silly 1/1. Maybe on that turn where I pick the... when I didn't pick the little bird, the 1 mana bird, I should have picked it. It was, I think it was over the Iron Verdict. It's close. Yeah, I don't think Warhorn Blast is that good in our deck. Bring back the Snakeskin Veil. How do we like this? Is it mirrors the format light or removal? It is not. Like, this is removal. This is removal. We also saw no Beacon Bolts, which are the best removal spell. There are a reasonable amount of bounce spells there. Black has some decent removal as well. There's some gold color removal. There's a lot of fight spells as well. We just didn't saw any. We saw one, and I think I picked... Did I pick a Packmate or something like that? I don't remember what I picked over the fight removal spell, but the fight removal spell is very good in my opinion. This seems like a 16 land deck to me. Maybe I'm crazy. Am I crazy? I guess it's 17 and I can count Faceless Haven as a creature instead of as a land. Yeah, okay. I guess I'm into that. Alright, so let's do that. Let's play 17, but let's count Faceless Haven as a land. As a spell, you know? Sort by color. So you have more white than green, but not by that much. Actually, our mana should be pretty good. So this is white, this is green, and this is colorless. So we're looking for 11 lands. Yeah, so I guess probably what they suggest is going to be the correct thing. Yeah, 6 and 5. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green, 8 green, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 white. Yep. All right, sweet. Let's see if I can go back to trophying a little bit, you know. I'm getting tired of not trophying. Before this, I had done 12 drafts, and out of those 12, 7 had been trophies. And now I'm hitting a little bit of a dry spell or a dry run, however you say that. 1 moves to 6. This hand has good mana and troll actually active, so I guess I'm gonna keep. Valky's 85 ticks. Jeez. I've never seen a Valky, and I've never played against a Valky. I'm starting to think that it's just a myth that you can open Valky in this list, in this format. For Taylor Angel. Gonna play Troll next turn probably. Courser is interesting. Nah, let's roll. This is only 6 mana with the Courser. Huh? Alright. Monster has been binded. That's sick. Sick top deck is sick. So sick. Sure. That's pretty good. So 1, 2, 3. Courser. 1 mana. Equip. Man, Packmate is just not fair. Packmate is just not fair. Opponent found their land. I don't think I'm trading here. No, I don't think I'm trading. I think I'm winning the race, right? Like we get to play Valkyrie's Sword next turn, so. Six, 5. And we could play Fall of the Imposter if we wanted to. Do we want to? What could my opponent have that matters here? Yeah, because they can't attack. Yeah, so I'm just going to play Fall of the Imposter here. Just going to put a counter on the Courser. Black Mage is green Snapcaster Mage. That's true. Too true. Okay, so my opponent's just playing a snow deck. Two mana. They could have a bounce spell. So I can't attack with Packmate. But I'm going to put a counter on the Packmate, and then I'm going to switch the equipment over here to the Courser. Yeah, so we put the counter on the Packmate. Change equipment to the Courser. Swing with the Flyers. My opponent has the bounce spell or they lose. And I guess I can move Valkyrie's Sword over to here. So now they have to bounce the Steinheim Courser, and we can just recast it as opposed to bouncing the Angel, which straight up kills it. So okay, sideboarding. I kind of saw nothing from my opponent's deck, so I don't even know what I want. We just saw Bind the Monster. Seems like we're going to be winning in the air, so I kind of want to play a second Snakeskin Veil to prevent removal from happening. And it seems pretty tough for Story Seeker to connect. Yeah, seems like a fine keep. Perfect mana. Okay. So I guess we're going to foretell this instead of this. So we can potentially kill this guy. If it connects, they have to bounce it though, so... Okay. So I guess we're free to play one of our 3-drops. I think I'm gonna play Horizon Seeker. Play Runomite on this guy. And if they replay the bird, like we're just in really good shape. Yeah, they replay the bird, so we're gonna be able to kill it. Just great for us. They could have a fight spell here, which would obviously be not great, but it is what it is. Yeah, I think I'm not going to... I guess they could have the black removal. That's fine. Ugh, pick's too slow. The tap land is nice because it kind of hides the fact that I have Iron Verdict here, so when my opponent attacks, maybe they won't play around it. Troll. Pew. They may have the bounce spell here, but they don't. Raven form. Okay, so this removal spell is horrible, and you're about to see why. I think I'm playing Goldmaw Champion. Like I can still just straight up hardcast the Shepherd anyway, so we can just hardcast the Shepherd, put their rune counter on their rune on the pick. Draw another card. For 2 mana. I don't think they can really have anything here. I could move the pick around, but I don't think that it's really worth it. We can do that next turn anyway. Sure. It's a weird one to bind the monster with. Oh, that's why. Okay. Play this guy. We're just gonna foretell the other angel. I think that we're good here, and with my opponent only having access to 4 mana, I don't think that there's anything that they can play that saves us. There are no sweepers in the format for this mana. Yeah, that's basically my opponent conceding the game. All right, 1-0. Back to doing some winning. No blocks. Okay, so how do we lose this? We can't lose this, right? Literally cannot lose this. So I have 3 lethal threats now? 3 lethal threats. Say that 3 times fast, huh? 3 lethal threats, 3 lethal threats, 3 lethal threats, 3 lethal... Also, where are they playing Arachnoform in their deck? Seems like not a great card. Okay. 1-0, baby. This deck is just like maybe one or two fight spells away from being very good. Maybe 1 or 2 fight spells. Fall of the Imposter is removal, but like it's pretty damn slow. Sure. We have Splinter Twin, which is lands that cast Packmate and Packmate. Effectively Splinter Twin. Think I'm beating the rune? We can get it back with the angel. So now we potentially get to leave the dream where we next turn we attack, we draw Snow Forest, and then we play our Packmate from the Exile Zone. Rune of Mortality. Yeah, that's fine. My opponent can trade 2 for 1 here. Yeah, I'm attacking. Maybe I should have found the... I was thinking about getting the Snow Land, just in case we draw... we drew the other thing, but I didn't... I should have slowed down and realized that I actually have a bunch of white cards in my hand that I'm going to want to double spell eventually, so... Yeah, not a good choice. Not a good choice, because now if my opponent kills my Packmate, we have nowhere to put the counters on. Never mind, never punished. Why would I ever be punished? On the other hand, we draw another land. We already have 7 lands, so it would be great to not draw any more lands. My opponent cannot play anything this turn, but if they don't play anything, kind of puts them in a little bit of an awkward spot. Got him! Nice skull raid, opponent. Pfft. Also, they have to play nothing this turn, and they have to play nothing the next turn as well. I guess they can do that. Never mind. Yep, just gonna pass. Wow, I can't believe we actually drew another land. That's brutal. And it's not even a snow land, so there's nothing we can do with it. Oh, that sucks, man. That's really bad. Really, really, really bad. That sucks. That's bad. That is bad. That is bad. We really need to draw one of the big ones. We need to draw like the Angel Maker, or I don't know, something that's not Snake Skin Veil and Plains. We are falling behind here. We did draw a lot of lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. More than half of our lands. And if my opponent uses a removal spell on this stupid Story Seeker, I kind of have to counter it, which is really sad. Okay. Start drawing 2 cards a turn. I mean, I guess they don't really have food for it. Yeah, they don't have food. They need to be doing some trading here. Okay. Dream Devourer is good. 5 mana. That's a problem. That's a fucking problem right there. Great sequencing, yeah, I know. I wonder if my opponent is literally just playing around milling themselves. I doubt that they are. It seems too early to play around milling yourself, but that is definitely some interesting sequencing, I'll tell you that much. Second time I'm playing against this guy out of a black-white deck. Opponent running face first into Iron Verdict. Sounds good. Yep. They do get to draw a card, but they could have very easily played around it, right? And now we're going to have good attacks. My opponent's kind of throwing here a little bit. Troll you? Just let me troll opponent. There we go. Got him. No need to play these planes out just yet. Yeah, feed the serpent. Valkyrie. They exile the creature for Valkyrie? Wait. Oh no, they had foretold the Valkyrie, that's what it was. Yeah, that was weird. Foretold the Valkyrie. They can exile Ferja to the throne. Our opponent's deck is kind of neat. I'll take 5. Second Firja, jeez. Opponent's kind of doing it over there. Can't block that guy. I'm gonna take 4. They can also make an angel whenever they want to, which is pretty fucking scary. Ah, ha 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 ha. Oh, I had to attack. I misclicked there. Whoops. Definitely should have attacked with the Corsair. That's literally why I played it last turn. Just a little bit tilted. Just a little bit tilted. That one counts. So now we can run off Might. Onto the Troll? Or onto the Pegasus? Any Modern today? I'm not going to be playing Modern for a while, Savage Gaming. Until Wizards fixes the format, I'm probably going to be playing other stuff. I think I'm... No, I have to go into the Corsair. Played 2 round LGS and went 3-1. Of course, losing to Tivo's trigger. Yeah, that's the point. Like I'm just done. I don't really want to continue listening to that stupid fucking deck, so I'm just not going to by not playing the format. Seems like the healthiest option. Seems like the healthiest option. Actually, Divine Gambit would have been insane here. Like, I have nothing in my hand. Nothing but blanks. Holy shit. So this guy's a 4-mana 4/4 that if whenever a non-token creature I control dies, they get to cast it. It's pretty nonsense. So yeah, 3 mana available. LGS, haven't heard that in a while, yeah. So the troll has good attacks now. It's bad against removal, but like I don't think that we can realistically play around removal anymore, right? I mean, if we had drawn these in the opposite order, we had drawn the pick first and then the shepherd, we could have been able to add this to the pick. Would have been pretty neat. My opponent's down to 7 cards. They're milling themselves for 1 and they're drawing extra cards, so. Really sucks that if they do have Divine Verdict, they can just kill my troll here. Okay. They're gonna serve. Seems fine. Okay. This doesn't seem too bad for me. We put a counter here. I guess we can put a counter here and a counter here. And then my opponent needs to chump. Oh, we can move the Kaldheim pick. So we put a counter here and here and here. And we move the pick here. Is that right? Sounds right to me. And they have to chomp the troll, because otherwise the troll is just lethal. What if they block here, and then they take this, and they take the troll? So they chomp troll, they trade here, they block here. So I guess that the Story Seeker cannot really attack. We do have to put the pick here. So this attacks, this attacks, this attacks, this attacks. Opponent blocks and blocks. I guess they can block the shepherd. If they block like that, we have lethal. Only 2 lands left in the deck. That's funny. We saw the Throne that gains 2 life a turn. We saw the 4/4 Dude, which is pretty scary. We saw double Thirja. We saw multiple removal spells. Isala, what do you think about the follow? So I'm trying to think if I want Veil or if I want Invoke the Divine. Those are the 2 cards that I'm eyeing a little bit. We did see the vast majority of my opponent's deck. I think I'm just going to go with Snakeskin Veil here. I could say cutting a land, but this is not a cut a land stream. I guess they showed me the enchantment, which is another good reason to want to have Veil. Veil is basically Veil of Summer. Yeah, keep. They put me on the play. My opponent put me on the play. Very interesting. Hashtag strategy. Hashtag decisions. Thoughtseize. Throne is starting. It's kind of nice actually. But I'm gonna go with Fall of the Imposter instead. It does something very similar, but it starts getting me closer to killing. Oh wow. You got my land. Okay. That's annoying. That's fucking annoying. Guess you're gonna take another one of my lands. Okay, so next turn, Fall of the Throne pops off. We get to exile their thingy. Sure. Is that gonna gain life. Okay, exile that one. Now what? So we can attack. My opponent double blocks. We're definitely attacking with the Packmate. It's a matter of, do we want to attack with the Horizon Seeker as well? I think we just play a second fall. Swing for 5. Brutal. Played into that one. Played into that one. I could have played around it. Probably should have played around it. Gross. I've not played a land this turn, so I saw no sweepers, so I'm playing around no sweepers. Okay, it's kind of a desperation move. Just main phase draw. That tells me they don't have too much going on. Faceless Haven actually good here. You still want to the Tibalt Dono deck, might be past its fun factor in terms of time. Yeah, that's what I was going to get in touch with you, the one, because I mean you just said it. It's not novelty and it's not exciting, really, you know? So I don't really see a reason for... Also, why did I should have moved the pick, obviously. That was a mistake. Should have moved the pick so my opponent takes more damage. But we can do something else. We can switch things around. No problem at all. Master's Gold. Probably getting back the Masswood Nexus, I would say. I guess the Rune? Okay. Rune makes sense. Let's go Faceless Haven. Skies drew like a reasonable amount of cards. Wow, yeah, I was definitely gonna be playing around this one. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Faceless Haven. Counter on both. Combat. We can take this trade, or we can Snake Scheme Veil. Force my opponent to use another removal spell. I think I want a Veil. Gonna need something very special here. We're also chilling at 29. We have the Faceless Haven amongst our lands, so Haven plus Shieldmate is lethal. Seeker is good. Actually, Faceless Haven kind of was the MVP this game. Other thing I want to see would be Boggles League based on the list that places in the challenge, but I know you hate that deck. I can do Boggles. I just think it's very uninteresting, the one. And like I would rather kind of wait until Wizards decides to change the format. So they gain 6 up to 10. 6 up to 10. So we can basically force them to trade with either Horizon Seeker or the other one. If they block the Shieldmate, that's good for us. So because they just take lethal. So what we do here is we play Fall of the Imposter, putting a counter on the Haven, and then we swing with Team. Insane game for Faceless Haven, honestly. Insane game for Faceless Haven. Such a great showing. Still try to see if there's something special, but I will let you know. I've been working a lot recently, so I haven't had Magic. That's perfectly fine, the one. Just PM me whenever you have something, and we'll make it happen. Also, it's it's great if you are there to watch it. Is this deck just secretly great? I'm starting to believe that this deck is low-key awesome. I feel like I could really use a Master Scald or like a fight spell or two in order to turn it into a straight up A. But like it's doing some very good stuff. It's doing some very, very good stuff. Put a counter on the Shieldmate. I can't believe the amount of work that Faceless Haven has done this game. Pretty mind-blowing, honestly. So if I put the pick on the Faceless Haven, this is just lethal. Is that right? Put the pick here. That's +2, so it's 8 power, and they have only 6. Yeah, so we just put the pick here and just swing. My opponent doesn't have any blocks that save them. That was nice. That was very nice. That was very, very nice. Now that idea of putting me on the play, not sure about that one. Not sure about putting me on the play there. Not too sure about that one. But yeah, Faceless Haven. The worst foil I have ever seen in my entire life. My entire life. Such a bad foiling. Look at that foiling. It's just heinous. But it does beat down. Just wondering if you have a dealer's choice, like you pick a deck. What did you have in mind? If I wanted to pick a deck, are you talking modern or are you talking anything? It's a lot of lands, none of which are snow, so it doesn't really have any upside. So we can keep this hand. The problem with keeping this hand is that if we draw one more land, we basically lose on the spot. I mean, we can draw one more land, but like 3 turns from now. I'm greedy like this though, so it's fine. In modern, I don't think that there's literally any decks that I like in modern right now. Like I've been liking the Bounty deck that I played the other day, but like I'm probably gonna I would probably just play that deck anyway. I can play it, but it's just one of those things where like you probably want to like play to have me play something a little bit more interesting or more unique. No land. Interesting. Courser, sure. Opponent just takes it. I think I want to keep on the pressure. No modern streamers left. I mean, when they turn modern into a good format again, I'm gonna be playing it. But until then, I'm gonna be hanging out over here in the limited queues, you know? Looks like we got a pseudo mirror going on here. One is down to 10. We're chilling at 24. Just about force of negation, yeah. Yeah, we talked about that in the podcast today. It's just like, it's just so obnoxiously easy to fix. That is honestly the most frustrating thing, in my opinion. It's how easy to fix it is. Like, it's just one rules change, and that's it. Like, that's all you need. And the format is fixed. It's really frustrating, honestly. I think I'm gonna tap the Horizon Seeker because I want them to chomp with the Oracle. I guess to trade, because we're gonna trade with the Troll. I cannot protect the Troll, so... Interesting. Just take it. Estás tarde, ya se escapó. ¿Todo bien? Sí, sí, estamos drafteando hoy. Estamos drafteando a pleno. Oh yeah, you also need to do some work besides. That's definitely true. Like, it's not just... I mean, there's one thing that's worse than the rest, right? There's one thing that's worse than the rest, which is the Valky thing. Like, the Valky thing needs to be resolved immediately. Like, the format is just not playable right now, right? Before the Valky thing, the format was a little bit heavy. Like, it was a little bit heavy on the good cards being better, like Uro being obnoxious and that kind of stuff. But it wasn't unplayable. Like, you could still play it to an extent, and you could have some like fun matches or whatever. Like, right now, the format is just not playable straight up. So, it does need a little bit of work in that sense. I miss strong. Wow. Those are some words that I didn't expect to hear. So we're not on the block here, obviously. My opponent can pay 2 to draw their land. But they're kind of falling behind. Let's see what they do, but I'm probably just suiting up this Packmate with a Rune of Might. What are we putting a counter on? They have all X2s. I think I'm going to put in a counter there. And then we're going to have Rune of Might the Story Seeker, actually. Just because my opponent has a couple of 3 and 2s there. So they have to chomp. So they're going to block trade, and they're going to block here. They're going to take 4. And then we get this guy back with the... Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think we get to pick here. They don't have anything in the Foretell Zone, so this one white... I guess they could have the +1/+3. I don't think that's really a main deck card. Like, we would get completely blown out by it here. I guess not completely blown out, but we would be, like, it would be bad for us. It would be bad for us, but it wouldn't be the absolute worst. Fall of the Imposter obviously working overtime here. Interesting. Okay. Opponent goes down to 2. This is not good value, but it's just like a 4-mana 3/3 flyer is just great right here, right? Percents lethal by itself. So my opponent needs to present a blocker for this, and present a blocker for this, and this. They can't attack, and we also have a removal. So I guess I need a removal spell for this, or 2 blockers for this. Exile a creature. So we're going to exile the Oracle because it gains life. This makes their double blocks bad. Yeah, sweet. Game 2. Game 2. We're going to be on the draw this time around. So because we're going to be on the draw, I'd rather have access to the more mana efficient card here. And I guess I want to cut the Horizon Seeker. Or the Braggart. Though this guy plays both offense and defense, so... maybe I won't invoke the Divine. It basically just answers their enchantment, but like this just answers it more efficiently, so I guess I want Snake Skin better. Courser beats down in the air. I just don't think I'm going to have that much time to get Horizon Seeker going on the draw. Like, I'm going to go back to the Horizon Seeker plan on the play. Sure. Probably actively going to try to trade this guy. Story Seeker. Let's look for that story. It's not bad. That's 6 to crew, that's so much. It's a mighty fine pickup there. Mighty fine pickup, I tell you. My opponent would have another 3-drop here. Another 3-power creature. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. 3 Courser, Rune of Might on the pick. I guess it's worth it to equip here. No, it's not worth it to equip just yet, because it uses my mana the exact same next turn. If my opponent has the thing that doesn't allow me to attack, it's better for me to have to not use my mana here, because next turn I can just hard cast the Shepherd and get back Story Seeker. You know Modern is bad when you and Chief are playing limited? Yep. It's really fucking bad. It's really, really fucking bad. We're gonna get plowed, folks. With lifelink. Which is a big yikes. So now we're gonna get to block the plow. My opponent wasted their mana last turn though, which is obviously a good thing for us. Valkyrie's fine. I mean, like, this is good for them, but this is not that good for them. Trade here, trade here. We're still at a healthy life total. My opponent's at a massive life total, but it doesn't really matter too much. And now we just get to Valkyrie Sword. So now, I mean, my opponent's not in great shape, really. Just a casual swing for 10, no big deal. Could play a Horizon Seeker, but like, I'm not playing around a Wrath. Easy. All right. We finally got there. We finally got there. This deck was pretty nice. It ended up being a lot better than I expected it to be. But just like things lined up very, very well. I was impressed by the Snakeskin Veil. Maybe I should have been just main decking both of them from the get-go. That against Black White Faceless Heaven really showed its worth. That was very, very cool. Definitely our 2-drops were not amazing. Like, our 2-drop slot could have been a lot better, and I could have definitely used another, as I was saying, like a fight spell or two. But besides that, like, the deck actually did what it did, and it did so very efficiently. Like, Packmate and like Shepherd of the Cosmos is just such an amazing card in this format. Just getting back, we got back Rune of Mights, we got back Story Seekers, we got back just those two, but but they were pretty. It was pretty good every time we cast it. It was pretty good every time we cast it. Just like a 3/3 flyer, just lines up very well. And when it's often getting back Rune of Might, it's even better. This entire draft really showed the power of Goldvein pick in this format. A big fan of the pick, so definitely this should be a higher pick than it is, in, like, no pun intended, than it currently feels like it is. That's gonna be it for me today, folks. Hope you enjoyed the limited stream. Nice 3 little drafts we got in there. So This was fun. This was fun. I'm probably going to be doing some more of this in the rest of the week. But hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.